देवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टि. Hare Krishna, welcome to all devotees. Today we continue Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto First, Chapter 17, Punishment and Reward of Kali, Shloka number 25 to 27. Idanim dharmapadah te
इदानीं धर्मपादः ते
satyam nivartayat yatah
सत्यं निर्वर्तयत् यतः
tam jigrukshati adharmah ayam
तं जिघृषति अधर्मः अयम्
anrutena editah kalihi
अनृतेन एधितः कलिः
iyam cha bhumihi bhagavata
इयं च भूमिः भगवता
nasit urubharasati
न्यासित उरुभरा सती
श्रीमद्भिः तत्पदन्यासे
श्रीमद्भिः तत्पदन्यासै
सर्वतः कृतकौतुका
सर्वतः कृतकौतुका
शोचति अश्रुकला साध्वी
शोचति अश्रुकला साध्वी
दुर्भग इव उज्जिता सती
दुर्भग इव उज्झिता सती
अब्रह्मण्याः नृपव्याजाः
अब्रह्मण्या नृपयाजाः
शूद्राः भोक्ष्यन्ति माम् इति
शूद्रा भोक्ष्यन्ति माम् इति
इदानीं धर्मपादः ते
इदानीं धर्मपादः ते
सत्यं निवर्तयत् यतः
सत्यं निर्वर्तयत् यतः
तं जिगृक्षति अधर्मः
तं जिघृषति अधर्मः
अयम् अनृते एधित कलिः
अयम् अन्द्रुधेत एधि कलिः
शोचति अश्रुकला साध्वी सॉरी इयं च भूमि भगवता
इयं च भूमिः भगवता
न्यासीत् उरुभरा सती
न्यासित उरुभरा सती
श्रीमद्भिः तदपदन्यासै
श्रीमद्भिः तत्पदन्यासै
सर्वतः कृतकौतुका
सर्वतः कृतकौतुका
शोचति अश्रुकला साध्वी
शोचति अशुक्ला साध्वी
दुर्भग इव उज्जिता सती
दुर्भग इव उज्झिता सती
अब्रह्मण्यः नृपव्याजाः
अब्रह्मण्या नृपव्याजाः
शूद्रा भोक्ष्यन्ति माम् इति
शूद्रा भुक्ष्यन्ति माम् इति
इदानीं धर्मपादः ते सत्यं निवर्तयत् यतः तं जिगृक्षति अधर्मः अयम् अनृतेन एधित कलिः इयं च भूमि भगवता नासीत् उरुभरा सती श्रीमद्भिः तदपदन्यासैः सर्वतः कृतकौतुका शोचति अश्रुकला साध्वी दुर्भगा इव उज्जिता सती अब्रह्मण्यः नृपव्याजाः शूद्रः भोक्ष्यन्ति माम् इति.
हरे कृष्ण इदानीं
हरे
धर्मपादः ते सत्यं निर्वर्तयत् यतः तं जिघृषति अधर्मः अयम् अनृतै एधितः कलिः इयं च भूमिः भगवता न्यासित उरुभरा सती श्रीमद्भिः तत्पदन्यासैः सर्वतः कृतकौतुका शोचति अश्रुकला साध्वी दुर्भगे इव उज्जिता सती अब्रह्मण्या नृपव्याजाः शूद्रा भोक्ष्यन्ति माम् इति.
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You are now standing on one leg only, which is your truthfulness, and you are somehow or other hobbling along. But quarrel, personified Kali, flourishing by deceit, is also trying to destroy that leg. The burden of the earth was certainly diminished by the personality of Godhead and by others as well. When he was present as an incarnation, all good was performed because of his auspicious footprints. Now she, the chaste one, being unfortunately forsaken by the personality of Godhead, laments her future with tears in her eyes. For now, she is being ruled and enjoyed by lower class men who pose as rulers. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada. The principles of religion do not stand on some dogmas or man-made formulas, but they stand on your four primary regulative observances, namely austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. The mass of people must be taught to practice these principles from childhood. Austerity means to accept voluntary things which may not be very comfortable for the body but are conducive for spiritual realization. For example, fasting. Fasting twice or four times a month is a sort of austerity which may be voluntarily accepted for spiritual realization only and not for any other purposes, political or otherwise. Fasting which are meant not for self-realization but for some other purposes are condemned in the Bhagavad Gita 17.5 and 6. Similarly, cleanliness is necessary both for the mind and the body. Simply, bodily cleanliness may help to some extent, but cleanliness of the mind is necessary and it is affected by glorifying the Supreme Lord. No one can cleanse the accumulated mental dust without glorifying the Supreme Lord. A godless civilization cannot cleanse the mind because it has no idea of God. And for this simple reason, people under such a civilization cannot have good qualification. However, they may be materially equipped. We have to see things by the resultant action. The resultant action of human civilization in the age of Kali is dissatisfaction. So everyone is anxious to get peace of mind. This peace of mind was complete in the Satya age because of the existence of the above mentioned attributes of the human being. Gradually, these attributes have diminished in the Treta Yuga to the three-fourth, in the Dwapar Yuga to half, and in this age of Kali to one-fourth, which is also gradually diminishing on account of prevailing untruthfulness by pride, either artificial or real. The resultant action of austerity is spoiled by too much affection for female association. Cleanliness is spoiled by too much addiction to intoxication. Mercy is spoiled by too much lying propaganda. Truthfulness is spoiled. The revival of Bhagavad Dharma can save human civilization from falling prey to evils of all description. The Kshatriya or the man who is qualified to protect the sufferer is meant to rule the state. Untrained lower class men or men without ambition to protect the sufferers cannot be placed on the seat of an administrator. Unfortunately, in the age of Kali, the lower class men without training occupy the post of a ruler by strength of popular votes. And instead of protecting the sufferers, such men create a situation quite intolerable for everyone. Such rulers illegally gratify themselves at the cost of all comforts of the citizen, and thus the chaste mother earth cries to see the pitiable condition of her sons, both men and animal. That is the future of the world in the age of Kali, when irreligiosity prevails most prominently and in the absence of a suitable king to curb irreligious tendencies, educating the people systematically in the teaching of Srimad Bhagavatam will clear up the hazy atmosphere of corruption, bribery, blackmail, etc. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेव श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. We try to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 17, Shloka number 25, 26, and 27. Here they're describing about the uh, how the situation of the uh, truthfulness, uh, who was standing bull on legs, and then they describing about the four uh, pillar of the religious principle, how they diminishes uh, pride, uh, diminishing the truthfulness by the pride, artificial or real. Austerity is spoiled due to pride, and affection for female association, cleanliness spoiled, and addiction to intoxication, mercy spoiled, and too much lying propaganda, truthfulness is spoiled, like they describe. And in 27 shloka, they describe about the symbol of the uh, cow as a earth, the how her condition and why she lamenting, that describe. Prabhuji will tell us in detail nicely. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Parikshit Maharaj, when being asked to use his own intelligence and decide what is the cause, he aptly understands that bull is nothing but the religion personified. And not only that, he is also understanding how he was very strong when Satyuga was there, wherein he was standing on the four legs established by the four principles of ACMT that we learned: austerity, cleanliness, mercy, truthfulness. But then, because of rampant irreligion, the legs were broken. And that shloka clearly tells the cause of rampant irreligion: the pride, lust, and intoxication. And then Parishit Maharaj is further saying today that you are on one leg, which is truthfulness, and somehow or the other you are hobbling along. But look at this wretched Kali, who is quarrel personified, who is flourishing because of deceit. He is also trying to destroy that one leg. And Mother Earth, she was so nice, so happy when Krishna was here, because at that time the burden was reduced, all good was being performed, and that too because of his auspicious footprints. But the moment Krishna forsook her, She has become unfortunate and she is lamenting her future with tears in her eyes. The cause is that she is now being ruled and enjoyed by rule class men who pose as rulers. So, very important learnings for us here. It starts with those four primary regulative principles: ACMT, austerity, cleanliness, mercy, truthfulness. It is mentioned in the Shastras and Sanatana Dharma that right from the childhood we need to teach these principles because they are very important for spiritual progress. Prahlad Maharaj also says the same thing, Kaumaram, that bhakti should be started at such a young age. In fact, his bhakti started when he was in the womb of his mother, wherein Narad Muniji was telling the science of Bhagavatam to his mother, and he in the womb was listening to it every time. So, though the mother forgot Kayadu, he still remembered. And when he became a child, he in fact started preaching to his classmates. So, that is why these principles are very, very important. Let us take one by one. Austerity. So, what is austerity? In today's world, when I was taking another class and I asked the students what is austerity, and one of the answers which I got is staying away from mobile for 10 minutes is austerity. 10 minutes. That's the kind of time which is being wasted, and people feel that staying away from mobile is austerity. There was one study which said that 1 trillion hours have been spent on the smartphones. How much? 1 trillion hours. 1.1 trillion hours actually is the figure which was published. And 70% of that time was used for social media, gaming, and video consumption. So this is a study which was done by Ficky and EY Ernst and Young. But austerity is far more beyond that. It means to voluntarily accept things which are not comfortable for the body, but which are conducive for spiritual realization. So, though fasting is definitely austerity, in today's scenario, giving up mobile can still be considered as austerity. Prabhupada says that fasting is definitely because it has been mentioned in the Shastras twice or 4 times a month. But then the reason for doing fasting has to be spiritual realization. If it is done for any other reason, like maybe good success, material benefits, or anything, or everything, then it is not austerity. अशास्त्रविहितं घोरं तप्यन्ते ये तपः जनाः दम्भहंकार संयुक्ता कामरागबलान्विता कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्रामं चेतस मां च एव अन्तः शरीरस्थं तत् अविद्यासुरनिश्चयान्. So Krishna says, those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons. Asura Nishchayan. So austerity has to be done, but it has to be as mentioned in the scriptures and for spiritual benefit only, no other reason, no other cause. The second leg, AC, C is cleanliness. Now we talk of bodily cleanliness, very good, but cleanliness is also important for mind. Bodily cleanliness helps, but mind is more important. And how do we clean the mind? By glorifying the Supreme Lord. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur who is the spiritual master of Abhayacharnavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, used to tell him that every day in the morning and the evening, you have to beat your mind 1,000 times with the broom. There's no other way. And how do we achieve it? By chanting the glory, the holy name of the Lord, loudly, hearing each word of the mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There is no other way. No one can cleanse the accumulated mental dust without Krishna's holy name. And that is why amongst the Sikshashtakam, it starts with Cheto Darpana Marjana. That the heart has to be cleaned, and it happens when we chant sincerely. And the moment we start chanting sincerely, the mind gets cleaned. But in today's world, where people don't believe in God, theism, because they don't have any idea of God itself, so they are not having good qualifications. They may be materially equipped, but factually, they are the most wretched. And how do you know that they are wretched? Reactions, the result of the actions. Currently, the human civilization in Kali Yuga is full of dissatisfaction. So everyone is anxious to get peace of mind. That peace of mind was completely available in Satyuga because of the presence of ACMT. So peace of mind comes after cleanliness of the mind, and cleanliness comes after chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What has happened over the period of time is that the four attributes have diminished. In the Treta Yuga to 3/4, in the Dwapar Yuga to half, and in the Kali Yuga to only 1/4. And that also is gradually diminishing because of the deceitfulness, the untruthfulness. So the question comes, how have they diminished? And that also is responded by Srila Prabhupada. The austerity, the ability to do something which is not comfortable to the body, is destroyed because of pride. The moment we feel pride, we are not ready to do anything else. So whether it is real or artificial pride, it destroys the austerity. Cleanliness is spoiled when there is affection for the opposite gender. Mercy is spoiled when we are addicted to intoxication. And truthfulness is spoiled because of propaganda, lying, deceit. So if there is a discussion to revive the human civilization from falling prey to the evils of all descriptions, then the only solution is revival of the Bhagavad Dharma and nothing else. And this duty is to be performed by the Kshatriyas, the rulers, the persons who are qualified to protect the sufferers. If untrained Shudras or men without ambition to protect the sufferers are placed on the seat of as an administrator, then there is havoc. And that is what is happening, because without training, people occupy the post of a ruler by strength of popular votes. And instead of protecting the sufferers, they create situation intolerable for everyone. They gratify themselves at the cost of comforts of citizens. And thus the Mother Earth is chastised. And she cries to see the pitiable condition of her sons, which are both men and animals together. And this is exactly the future of the world, where irreligiosity will prevail most prominently. So if there is not a good administrator, a good king, a good executive head who will curb irreligious tendencies, who will educate the people systematically in the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam, then there will only be corruption, bribery, blackmail, etc., etc. And the effects of Kali, the age of quarrel, will keep on increasing consistently. When Krishna was there, because of the presence of Krishna, everything good was performed. And so Mother Earth did not have any kind of a burden. But when Krishna left, she felt diminished. She was forsaken. And she's seeing the degradation which is going to happen in future. And that is why she is crying. Maharaj Parikshit comes to this conclusion by using his intelligence. So if we have to really be helping Mother Earth and helping ourselves, what is important that we revive the ACMT at least in our own self, our family, our association. Austerity, at least by doing the Ekadashi Vrata twice a month and fasting on the auspicious appearance days of Lord. That much austerity is definitely recommended. Cleanliness by chanting 16 rounds minimum, by taking only Krishna Prasadam and nothing else, by ensuring that we follow the four regulative principles which Srila Prabhupada has given us. No meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. Truthfulness by avoiding gambling, by avoiding speaking lies. So we have to follow it. And the moment we start following it, it will help in our spiritual growth as well. Because that is what is most important. And the moment we realize this, that everyone is a living entity, everyone is part and parcel of Krishna, we'll respect everyone, we'll try to serve everyone, and we'll try to serve everyone by being dasanu dasanu das. Krishna will be satisfied and he will guide us from within and without as Paramatma and as a Guru to be on the right path of going back home, back to Godhead. And that is what we are trying to achieve. And for that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told us that if you are born in Bharatvarsha, it is your prime responsibility to preach about Krishna consciousness everywhere. And we can start doing it by posting about the daily Sangha that we have and the together chanting that we do every day, enabling others also to join in. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.